I'm out here at the property getting ready to install these side mirrors onto the Mule. It's been something I've wanted to do since I've got it. Just ordered these ones from Chupacabra Off-Road, not affiliated with this company, do not work for them. I did spend my own money on these, but I will put a link in the description for these. I just bought them on Amazon. But they're decent quality. It's like a hard plastic. You can hear there, nothing that I don't think if you're behind through the woods and you hit a tree, it's not gonna break, but it's gonna be durable enough for everything I'm gonna do. And if I break one, it's not too big of a deal because they were fairly cheap. I'll show you some B-roll here of what came in the package. You got both of your mirrors, and then you have your harnesses to be able to put these on your roll cage. You have a 2-inch and a 1.75-inch, depending on what kind of machine you have. This is universal. This isn't custom fit to the Mule, so you can do it whatever machine you would like. And then it has some rubber grommets to go in there to be able to tighten it as well to make it a better fit so it doesn't rattle or shake. The tools were not supplied for this particular set that I purchased, so you're just gonna need 2 Allen wrenches and a ratchet set or a crescent wrench or a wrench of some sorts that you can loosen and tighten a nut to be able to make your adjustments for your mirror. This is a fairly simple install. Let's make this as quick and easy as possible. So the first thing you're gonna do is take these 2 bolts that are connected here and here, take them off, you're gonna set those off to the side. You're gonna remove your 2-inch harness here for your roll cage. You're gonna set your mirror to the side and you're gonna check the fit. So you're just gonna put that on, and there's a lot of wiggle room in this one, so we're gonna take it off. Then we're gonna grab the smaller size one and we're gonna clip that on, and that is a much better fit. So there's a lot less play in there. Now to fix the play that there is, there's these rubber pieces that you're gonna put in between here to be able to take up a little bit of that slop out of there. So the next thing you're gonna wanna figure out is where do you want this? This is gonna be a completely personal preference. Some people like them high, some people like them low. I'm sure I personally am going to change this multiple times after I put them on. I'm gonna throw them on right about here for now to start with. Another thing you're gonna wanna decide is if you want them to be facing up in this direction or if you're gonna want them facing down. Again, doesn't matter. It's really gonna come down to a personal preference, what you like and what you wanna do. I'm gonna put mine this way, and then this is where the adjustment comes in. So I'm gonna show you some B-roll here and a close-up of this nut. You're just gonna loosen that with your ratchet set, your wrench, and you're gonna be able to make a lot of adjustments here. So you can place it where you want it, and then you make adjustments to where you need it. And then if something were to happen, you were to hit a tree, you're able to bounce back, and it kind of is loose enough that it's not just gonna break and snap off. It's gonna bend, so that's a good thing. If you hit it this way, it bends back. So it's kind of malleable enough to where if something happens, watch, I end up snapping this thing in half. I haven't really tested these a ton, but you're able to at least hit a tree and that's gonna bend out of the way and you shouldn't have any issues. So you have these 2 rubber pieces. These are used for being able to tighten this and make it as snug as possible. So you have a thick one and a thin one. We're gonna go with the thick one first to see how that one fits, and then we can go from there if we need to rotate it. There are little slots on here to cut it if you want to, but I don't wanna do that. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw it on there. So this is probably gonna be the hardest part because you're just gonna have to find what works best for your machine. But the thing to remember is it might feel tight, but make sure you put your mirror on because that's gonna open up your bracket just a little bit and it might loosen up a little bit. So that to me is really good. So we'll stick with that one. Now you're just gonna take your 2 bolts and you're going to install them. So you'll take your Allen wrenches, one either end, and you're just gonna hand tighten them. Don't go too crazy because you're gonna wanna make adjustments. So now that is nice and tight onto your machine. Shouldn't have any issues with that. The next step is going to be able to make your adjustments here. So your bolt right here on the bottom, and then you're going to want to tighten it all the way down so it moves less. So it's still gonna have some give because you want it to, because if you hit a tree, I want it to move. So I'm not gonna tighten it nearly as much as you probably could. So now that you have your bracket on, you're going to make your adjustments. So adjust it where you think you want it, and then you're gonna obviously sit down and move things around. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. Yep. So now you have it where you want it. You're gonna come down with your wrench and then you're going to tighten this down. Now, I personally don't think I wanna tighten it down a ton, just enough where if I'm riding, it's not gonna like slowly go down as I'm driving. But I want it to be able to be loose enough if I hit it, it's gonna, if I run into a tree and it goes this way, it's gonna actually fold. I don't want it to be so stiff that it snaps the plastic because again, it's harder plastic, but it's not hard enough plastic that I think this is gonna survive if you hit an oak tree driving 25 miles per hour and it's locked into place. If it folds, I don't see a problem, but I can see an issue with this here ball popping off eventually. But it is what it is. They were cheap. Now that you finished the first one, you are basically a professional, so this one should be a lot easier and more simple. So let's go ahead and take your rubber piece, put it in here. It looks like somebody took a bite out of that one for some reason. The hardest part of this one is going to be lining up the angle to make them look symmetrical. That's good. And there you go, you have them installed. Yes, I am aware these are wildly uneven, but I'll adjust them later. But for the video purposes, you know how to install them. You can change them yourself if you would like to, but that is one of many videos I plan on doing here on this mule and different accessories. If there's something you guys would like to see done, let me know, but fairly happy with these so far. That would have been a cool shot, except I just ran over my mic cord, and hopefully that didn't ruin it because this is the only one I have. Hope this video was able to help you install your mirrors, or if you haven't gotten them yet and you were looking to decide if you wanted to, hopefully this was able to help you decide yes or no if you wanted to get them. If you are a normal viewer of my channel, you know that this is a little bit different than my normal content, but I'm gonna start doing content like this on Sundays. I'm not gonna take away from my normal content by any means. I post every Friday, and then I do a lot of short content throughout the week as well, but I'm now gonna start posting Sundays, outdoor content, wood burner content, wood cutting, mule stuff, accessories, things like that. If there's eventually a large enough want or a need, then I might start a completely second channel and do all that content on that one. But for right now, it just makes sense to do it on one channel. So this is gonna be a new thing 2 times a month for right now, just to try it. If you're looking to help with the channel and things I do here, there's some discount codes in the description for companies that you can save some money from that I personally trust. And there is a link to my link tree. Anything you purchase using those links does help out the channel a ton. If not, liking, sharing, subscribing, and being interactive in the comment section is a big help as well. A couple companies that support me and the things I do here, Howitzer, Brownells, and Hold Up Display. Hope Display makes these fantastic racks behind me. And then Howitzer is a clothing company that donates 5% of proceeds to charity, and Brownells. You can get anything on their website. You can save 10% off your order using code TA10 on orders $150 or more. Highly recommend taking advantage of that because they have a bunch of sales going on. I think they had free shipping going on there for a while. It's probably still going on. So you can save a lot of money doing that. And that, guys, thank you so much, and I appreciate you all.